Hey there, everyone. How's it going? Um, I am not gonna play this game, but I am here to review the old, old Jungle Book game and the Super Nintendo SNES game. Here's the original one. You can't see it? Hold on. Oh shoot. The thing is off. Um, Sorry about this. Let me just play this. Give me a second. Okay, wait. Okay, this is an awkward way to start your video. Overview of a video game. Let me go ahead and explain it. Oh, now it starts up. Okay, here's a Super Nintendo game right here, right where I'm holding. I've never played this game back in 2009 or 11. And this game was pretty hard. I think I got this at the flea market years ago for $5 cheaper. Nowadays on the website it's like $20 or $30. So technically it's gonna be me doing a re-review of it today. Years ago I talked about the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Game Boy, and the Game Boy Color called Mowgli's Adventure, which nobody talks about. To be honest, I had to re-talk about this one a long time ago back then. Because I'm kind of getting tired of rewatching the same old videos that people talk about it. There's been lots of great Nintendo games out there. You got like DuckTales, those done by Capcom. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, which is also from the Jungle Book. The Little Mermaid for the NES. Now you've got this game that came out in 1994. Decades later, the Jungle Book came out in 1967, which I already re-reviewed it almost a year ago. Anyways, the Super Nintendo has some nice looking graphics back in the day. The story's pretty simple, that Mowgli, the man cub that's in the jungle and raised by wolves, and the dread Shere Khan the tiger returned part of the jungle, and like it says right here, had to return into the man village and to save them. So technically I'm going to talk about this for a while. All this video, wait. Is it already showing this? Oh, no. Wait. Okay. Excuse me. Been having root beer soda. Let me do a little history about the Jungle Book. It was done by Ruby Cleveland that did in the 1890s. So yeah, basically the Jungle Book has been around for a very long time before Walt Disney had its hands on it. But basically the storybook had some dark turns in it, but luckily Disney changed that effort to make it kid-friendly back in the day. Anyways, we're going to talk about the movie the game that's based off the movie that he encounters like called a snake with hypnotic powers. Yeah, Blue the bear, who's a whacker sloth, Bagheera the wise panther, some crazy monkeys offered him to the leader King Louie. He ended up playing some music and let him learn a man with fire. An evil tiger named Shere Khan, tiger. Once they eat him or destroy him, before he becomes grown up to be a man, the hunter with a gun. Oh, and I forgot about the elephants. Our colors out the Dawn Patrol. Oh, and there's like Happy Jr., who's friend to Mowgli. And there's like the vultures from also the Jungle Book. We friended with him. And those of you who want to watch the entire movie, you can watch it on DVD or Blu-ray, or watch some of the remakes. They're pretty good. Especially the first one on 1994. That came out exactly the same year as this game did. Anyways, so we talk about the game. You control Mowgli, which is the only main character of this here story, where everything in this game wants him on the menu. Oh, monkeys, snakes, insects, fishes, dangerous traps, and all sorts of things throughout the entirety of the game. And you have to collect all these jams as bonus stages. If you're playing a game on the original Super Nintendo game, you have to collect all of them to collect extra lives, because this game is no cakewalk. If you play on practice mode, aka easy mode, you only play like half of the game that you need to do. This game only has like a few boss fights. It's called The Snake, King Louie, and Shere Khan, based on the movie. Anyhow, you see like... Hang on a second. I have to take a quick picture real quick. If you see these numbers here, those count as his lives. If it reaches down to 0, it's an instant game over for Mowgli from the Jungle Book. But if you find like Bagheera icon continues, which you can continue the gameplay while you're swinging on this tail, that you can press yes or no. And these are the hearts on Mowgli's life spawn, on how many hits he takes. Thanks. If he takes too much damage, it reaches down to 0 and you're back to the beginning of the level. The little elephant named Hartley Jr. will become your checkpoint in the game. Whenever Mowgli dies, he'll respond to the other stage. And here's the number icons on how many fruit weapons you carry. The bananas, mangoes, most likely oranges, a mask. That's where at first I thought it was an owl, aka a bird. Bird will make him go invisible for a short amount of time. So the more fruits you collect in this game, it's the more you'll have enough ammo to defeat most enemies throughout entirely the game. There are only like 10 stages throughout the entirety of the game, which makes it more of a challenge than actually a fun-filled game. So the first boss fight is called a snake, obviously. I do mean K-A-A. Not like what I just said, like people say online the word car, but I said Ka. Every time on YouTube, subtitles always get it wrong. But the animation looks pretty good, actually, back in the day. I remember back in the day not liking this game because it was way too hard. Or you had to have, like, amounts of continues. You'll probably play this game for, like, maybe an hour or two. Depends on how many lives you have or how many times you take hits. This game is a challenging one. And the music sounds pretty good too. Most of them are based off the movie, including that Bare Necessities. It had some good fluid animation back in the day. It came out 31 years ago. So this is my entire re-review of this game. Since I already beat this game already a couple of times, now let me just try to explain what I'm trying to say about this game. It is pretty hard, or nevertheless, it is pretty challenging. But once you go through all 10 of these stages, it becomes really hard to handle from its difficulty when you change it to difficult. Not much has changed. I mean, those of you who play like the Sega Genesis, the game can be easily beaten in like 30 or 40 minutes. But if you're playing this on Super Nintendo on hard mode, you'll be finding like lots of enemies. These hedgehogs, squirrels, more monkeys. You climb them and vine to vine. Like giant birds. And there's like deadly traps here and there. Or if you fall to a bottomless pit, instant death. Or when the game has like that scrolling wall, and you have to push like random rocks and solve all puzzles. Yeah. Yeah? I mean, those of you who played the Super Nintendo game like I'm holding right now, it kind of depends if you're really liking that game or dislike about it. I'm just talking here straight about how the game plays. Controls pretty solid. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It just becomes more of a challenge if you play the game with or without cheat codes. Oh yeah, speaking of cheat codes, let me look it up on the phone right now. Because I do like talk about, well, typically I don't talk about cheat codes that often. But let me go ahead and look it up anyways. And you should like random bananas, which you obviously do when the bird shoots out a lot of them. So yeah, the more gems you collect in this game, and you'd use coconuts as weapons, the more you'll have plenty of lives in the game. I already said that. Hang on a second. I'm gonna look up the game. Online, this game is like expensive too. Oh, if you want to buy it somewhere cheaper, try the flea market. Now here we go, cheat codes. It says on here, on the first level, Mowgli run all the way to the right until you get to the herb bench. When you see Mowgli regrow at the edge of the place, you need the right spot, jump on the balcony, and pause the game before you're about to fall to your death. While the game is paused, press BA down, C as an ABC, R, A, B, left, A, R, down, B, A, left, C, up, right, left. As soon as you do that, screen will change to debug menu, which features level select and also options, which is a invisibility. That's crazy, man. And why is the screen so dark? Oh, because I haven't touched it. Alright, next one's called Begin next to Baloo the Bear. Press start next to Baloo, pause the game, and press B, A, left, up. Pretty simple. Change the color of the screen. To change the color of the screen, pause the game, and press A, B, B, A, C, A, B, B. Eventually you will get to the last color, which is blood red. Okay, the last one says cheat mode. At the Vention encode, press B, up, B, B, Y, select B, A, sound will play. Now press B, up, down, left, right, B, up, Y, another sound will play. The add level select. And cheat options to options menu. Cheat can be set for 1, 2, 5 each. Print one of the cheats less below plus of all the cheats listed. Believe it. Eight of each weapon. 3. Press BL B to float, which will make you float around the entirety of the game. The other one says press BRB to advance frames. And the other one says message, press BA down, left, A down, B up, left, C R right, A B. Yeah, I'll just show you the rest. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all of these ones. You could just do what I do, just look it up online. Refill health. Up, down, left, right, BA. And see. Skip. Yep. Contained level BAA, BAA, BA, BBA, AB, BA. Skip level. Okay, that's enough of that. This is taking too long. I would just use all the cheat codes and I'll help you throughout the entirety game, or just do it old school style. Just play the game just the way it is. Anyways, all this game has like all 10 levels all to one. At Rever, King Louis stage, which you have to fight King Louis not once but twice in this game. Because once you encounter him, you have to do the first one, becomes a little bit more of a challenge. The second, and because of Elder Scrolls. I really did not like the Elder Scrolls that much in the game. I kind of despise most of those games doing that. I died so many times in the original Super Nintendo game just trying to get that far in and sharp platforms. That makes the game more of a challenge. And there's like deadly traps everywhere, monkeys here and there. But at least the music is good. And you have to jump on these spring snakes to make you go up side to side. It kind of depends if you want to collect all the gems if you want to or not. It just becomes more of a hustle than playing the entirety of the game. I'm saying that a lot right now in this review. So, in other words, this game is kind of hard. No joke. If you really want to play the Jungle Book on Super Nintendo, you might actually give it a try. Or do what I do when I play it on the Switch, just kind of use save states and kind of cheat. Even rewind it. Because I didn't get this for no reason. And on Disney's classic games collection with Aladdin and Lion King and this game, the Jungle Book. So basically I'm kind of this is basically a remaster of what I did back in 2019 when I first reviewed all the Jungle Book games, including that Revon game for the PlayStation 2. Not the PlayStation 1, but the one I was familiar with. So anyways, I don't got much else to say about this game. This is like the whole entirety of the game, in a nutshell. You do enter like the Night Jungle stage, and the last one is the Wasteland, where you come face to face with Shere Khan the Tiger. Let me go ahead and skip all this. Sure, this game does reuse some of the old soundtracks. It does have problems being really difficult. Sure, you'll be dying a lot. Trust me, you're gonna be dying a lot more. But there is like a fun fact about this game. It was gonna be released in earlier time in 1993 or 91, but the time that Disney's Lion King came out in 1994, it's already too late. Plus, they did like hand-drawn animation before this game was released. So technically, it shows this on the Switch now. And once you fight Shere Khan the Tiger, that's pretty much it. You have to use like fire torch to defeat him. You'll have like different attacks modes, like roaring at you or jumping, pouncing at you. You get like the interesting short animation that he returns to the man village and all that stuff. What? I think it's Queen. It always bugs me when I do these kind of videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can say about the Jungle Book SNES game. It kind of depends if you rather like playing this game or not. It just becomes more of a challenge and being hard. And I like how the title isn't. Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah. One swell bear. I'm okay. And here we go. Museum. Here's what the old ones. Yeah, it says right here. It's created by Disney Virgin, which is the same creators that did Aladdin. Here's what the old drawings look like. Original art by Mike Dianzi. Yeah, look at that. That looks really good. That looks impressive. Classic hand drawn. That looks really good. That's some good detail artwork there. And animation. It kind of took them a long time to do these ones, so now here's what the test animation looks like. Yeah, that looks really good. And this is what the game looks like. It's all 16-bit, but that's how the game is programmed to be. You pixelate it. And there's the monkey. And like they're saying, you got the monkeys. Let's see the monkeys. And here's some of the ones that were not in the game. Frying a giant frog, get eaten by a fish, which is also on the Sega Genesis. Or a rhino, jump on Baloo's belly, which was in the Sega Genesis. Boy drowning, a hippopotamus, which is an enemy. Skeleton monkey, which is fun fact that Disney's Aladdin on the Super Nintendo they use as a skeleton as an enemy. On the Sega Genesis that happens. Extra Life, Snake Bar, which they also did on the Game Gear, which I forgot that was a thing. It's just when animation like this looked so good back in the day. Yeah, that's really impressive. I'll have some for later. I can't wait till I end this. Yeah, it took the programmers a long time to animate something like this. It's back in the day, it looks so good. Practice animation and anime designs. See demo Armadillo, which they use for the Super Nintendo. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, there's behind the scenes. There's these. With Scorpion, which also on the Sega Genesis. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's enough. I've been dragging this video on a little too long. Been talking about the whole thing for 29 minutes, so yeah, that's all you need to know about the Jungle Book for the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, which plays differently, but still plays exactly the same. So this has been my re-review, or should I say remastered, the Jungle Book for the Super Nintendo. I'm glad you enjoyed my review. I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Yep. Doesn't Matter if he's gonna keep on talking to me, I'm gonna end this stupid video anyways. Have a great time. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for watching this long review of the Jungle Book for the SNES. And technically talk about the Sega Genesis too, but yeah, whatever. They both play exactly the same but different graphics. Farewell.